key decisions to their star players. The Lakers have already agreed to a 4-year, $185 million extension with guard Austin Reaves, but LeBron James remains without a deal. Our Kendrick Perkins felt strongly about the roster decisions the Lakers are making this offseason. Take a listen.
Luka and Austin Reaves are y'all franchise players. We're talking about an historic franchise that it ain't no in-between when it comes to their fan base. It's either championships or busts. Two guys that are both defensive liabilities.
100%.
Man, listen. Man, look. It ain't a person in the world. It ain't a team in the world. It ain't a player in the world that's afraid of Luka and Austin Reaves.
Not
Matter of
one.
fact, when the playoffs come around next season, they gonna be looking to get to the season where they actually can look at them.
Wow, not a team war player in the world that's afraid of Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves. Those are some strong words right there by Perk. Vinny, what's your reaction?
Well, he's not wrong when he talks about them being defensive liabilities, which means you have to build a team very specifically around your two best players. When you look at Dallas and the way they built their team around Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, length on the wings, athletic bigs, they got to the NBA Finals. So it's not impossible. But when you're talking about bringing LeBron James back, and if we're spinning it into that way, LeBron James at this stage of his career, can you ask him to be a defensive stopper when he's going to be 42 years old on December 30th? I think that's asking a lot of him. Then that places your three best players as defensive liabilities. The Lakers are in this tough spot because ever since LeBron James got there, everything was catered to his whims. We got Anthony Davis, we got Russell Westbrook. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Then Luka Doncic falls in your lap and your trajectory completely changes, and a funny thing happened. LeBron James did not decline the way that people expected him to decline, and now he is just as much a priority free agent-wise as any other player in the league, and the Lakers' timeline doesn't line up with LeBron's timeline. That's what makes this thing completely tricky, and it doesn't mean it's anybody's fault if LeBron goes elsewhere or the Lakers decide we have to move forward with our franchise player the way that we have to move forward.
Wendy, what say you?
Yeah, I think very clear the Lakers have to improve with their interior defense. I mean, maybe people would dispute whether they are defensive liabilities. I mean, last year, J.J. Redick, as the season went along, found some ways to help the Lakers defense. You know, they started mixing in zone, and there was, situations where they were able to play, stretches of good defense. Like, you can win with Luka and Austin Reaves as your offensive juggernauts who, have targets on their back in the playoffs. But in the playoffs, you go to matchup basketball, and it's a lot harder to play zone at that level at the playoffs. It's more of a curveball than it is your bread and butter. So I think it's absolutely reasonable and rational and sort of baseline understanding of basketball that if you're going to have two guys out there like that you need backline help, which is why 5 minutes after the Lakers traded for Luka Doncic, they traded for Mark Williams. That just gets forgotten. They knew the day they traded for Luka that they needed.
I have to say, I'm excited to dive into the Lakers' projected lineup with Austin Reaves and DeAndre Ayton returning. The Lakers have already agreed to a 4-year, $185 million extension with guard Austin Reaves, but LeBron James remains without a deal. Our Kendrick Perkins felt strongly about the roster decisions the Lakers are making this offseason. He believes that Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves are not franchise players, and that the Lakers are in a tough spot because they have to build a team around their two best players, who are both defensive liabilities. I think Perkins makes a valid point. When you look at the Lakers roster, you see that they have a lot of talent, but they also have a lot of questions. Can they defend well enough to make a deep playoff run? Can LeBron James continue to carry the team at his age? These are all questions that the Lakers need to answer if they want to be successful. Perkins also talked about how the Lakers have to build a team around Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves. He said that they need to get length on the wings and athletic bigs to complement their two stars. I agree with him on this point. The Lakers need to surround their stars with players who can defend and rebound well. They can't just rely on Luka and Reaves to score all the points. Another interesting point that Perkins made was that the Lakers are in a tough spot because they have to cater to LeBron James' whims. He said that ever since LeBron got to the Lakers, everything has been about him. They got Anthony Davis, they got Russell Westbrook, and it's all been about trying to win a championship with LeBron. But now, with Luka Doncic on the team, the Lakers have to think about the future. They have to think about how they can build a team that can win without LeBron. I think this is a great point. The Lakers have been so focused on winning a championship with LeBron that they haven't thought about the future. They haven't thought about how they can build a sustainable team that can win year after year. But now, with Luka on the team, they have to think about that. They have to think about how they can build a team that can win with Luka as the star. Vinny also made some great points about the Lakers' defense. He said that they need to improve their interior defense, and that they need to get backline help. I agree with him on this point. The Lakers' defense has been a problem for years, and they need to fix it if they want to make a deep playoff run. They can't just rely on Luka and Reaves to score all the points. They need to be able to defend well too. Wendy also talked about how the Lakers can win with Luka and Austin Reaves as their stars. She said that they need to mix in some zone defense and play stretches of good defense. I think this is a great point. The Lakers don't have to be a great defensive team to win. They just need to be able to play well on defense in stretches. They need to be able to mix in some zone defense and play defense when it matters. Overall, I think the Lakers have a lot of questions to answer this offseason. They need to figure out how they can build a team around Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves. They need to figure out how they can defend well enough to make a deep playoff run. And they need to figure out how they can win without LeBron James. It's going to be an interesting offseason for the Lakers, and I'm excited to see what they do. I also think that the Lakers need to think about the future. They need to think about how they can build a sustainable team that can win year after year. They can't just focus on winning a championship with LeBron. They need to think about how they can build a team that can win with Luka as the star. This means surrounding Luka with players who can defend and rebound well. It means getting length on the wings and athletic bigs. And it means being able to play well on defense in stretches. In addition, the Lakers need to improve their interior defense. They need to get backline help and be able to protect the paint. They can't just rely on Luka and Reaves to score all the points. They need to be able to defend well too. This means mixing in some zone defense and playing tough defense when it matters. I think the Lakers have a lot of potential. They have a lot of talent, and they have a lot of questions to answer. But if they can figure out how to build a team around Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves, I think they can be a great team. I think EY can make a deep playoff run and even win a championship. But it's going to take a lot of work. They need to be able to defend well, they need to be able to rebound well, and they need to be able to play well on offense. In conclusion, the Lakers have a lot of questions to answer this offseason. They need to figure out how they can build a team around Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves. They need to figure out how they can defend well enough to make a deep playoff run. And they need to figure out how they can win without LeBron James. It's going to be an interesting offseason for the Lakers, and I'm excited to see what they do. I think they have a lot of potential, and I think they can be a great team if they can figure out how to build a team around Luka and Reaves.